point to look up.
Yeah, I think.
And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut, it's Chris Burns, it's Chris Lynch, and after a long-ass, technically loaded date, it's Matt Marsh. This is Dysfunction Junction.
Well, from a long day of having it come out both ends, I am here. And you guys lived a relatively healthy life today, except for Marsh, who lived a mentally challenged life today and bought that ridiculous fucking hat. Welcome, everybody, to Dysfunction Junction.
I feel like it's too big for his head. I feel like that hat was like it's too big.
Is the hat
like he's
too
got
big for
like
his
it makes
head?
him look like he's like a small-faced dishwasher. I'm just saying.
Is the hat too big for his head? Or
no, he's just got like that little dude from fucking.
Is his head too small for the hat?
He's got that Beetlejuice guy head going on right now.
I wear a size 59 hat.
Size 59?
Well, that's a European number sizing. It's equivalent to 7 3/8.
I want to say, what are you, Shaquille fucking O'Neal?
That means my dick wears a size, what is it, 75 hat. That's equivalent to
neither of those things are possible. Neither of those things are possible. Oh my God!
Stepping back from his long hiatus in the 1930s, Matt Marsh.
I need more light.
I'm just glad that I
more
can
light, more light, more forelight, less background light.
Well, I'm not a fucking technical whiz. I could get the kid down here. He does this shit for a living, but.
Oh, we were just discussing dick size, and they were saying about.
No,
we weren't. No, we weren't.
No, you were.
Jen, he was.
No, we weren't.
Get
that shit right.
Here. Fucking monster hog.
She says
Herman Biden over here changing the rules as he goes along.
It's my game. I made.
Oh, that's much better, Matt.
No, it's our game.
Well,
we all have to play it.
On the technical end, it's my game.
Of course it is, but on the lying end, I'm going to call you out each time.
Oh, that's all of our games. That's the whole point of the game.
I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I have puked myself hoarse in the last day and a half. I'm feeling a little bit better now. The stomach bug has been ravaging us for the last couple days throughout the company, and I just happen to be the next.
I didn't know you were sick.
Yeah, I don't.
We knew he was sick. We didn't know.
He loves burritos. What about mine?
Nice.
I like it. This is just an accident. It was a happy accident.
And look, we are happy, loving the things that we love. No, the reason I don't make it widely publicly known. I'm not a sympathy guy. It's like, oh, I'm puking. Oh, tough shit for you. I got to work. And I'm that guy when people do that. You're like, hey, man, I'm on the pot and I'm, shitting and I'm puking into a bucket. That sucks. I'm making money.
Well, come to work. You can puke in a trash.
Exactly. You walked to the toilet. If you could, that's my theory. If you can,
I tell that to my cooks.
Who shit my pants?
You can walk. You can work. Remo McManus, the 70s called. They want their hat back. That's the 70s. Well, maybe Jimmy Walker did wear a hat like that on Good Times.
Oh, yeah, I'll give him that. I will give him that.
Dynamite.
Great. So he's Floyd.
No.
So
he's rerun.
Now he's Ralph from the fucking.
No, he's rerun from What's Happening.
That is a rerun.
He's got the rerun hat.
You motherfucker.
No, that's it. Hold up. I'm doing a video. I'm searching the internet.
All right.
Oh boy.
While he's doing that, I'm Chris Burns. Above me, to the right of the screen, the Possum King himself, the beard that doesn't end. He is the one and only
Chris Lynch.
There you go. We already covered Remo McManus, Matt, Jimmy Walker. That's Matt Marsh down there. And Herm can do his own intro because I'm running out of voice.
I'm right here.
He's there. Dude, I've been puking since 4:00 this morning.
Damn, dude.
And it's just a stomach bug, and my body aches, and it's not the flu. I don't get the flu. I don't get sick generally, but today kicked my ass. I went out running my errands. Thankfully, from my bank to the Walmart bathroom isn't that far. So when you're standing in line making a deposit and you hear, you got to go.
That sounds disgusting.
I was fucking Jesse Owens running to that bathroom.
Jesse Owens, that was a black dude from the Olympics where Hitler turned his
Yeah,
back.
he could run real fast. Good job of you paying attention. For a guy who doesn't like sports, your wall says football.
Look at that. Same hat.
Who is
Who is that?
Il Duce.
Smell my anal vapor?
Nice. Nice.
Il Duce was the guy from The Mentors that swears to God that Courtney Love murdered Kurt Cobain.
Mm-hmm.
And that he somehow almost got the contract.
Il Duce was the father in Boondock Saints.
There you go.
Okay,
There
well,
you go.
Maybe he did it.
Played by
Yeah.
oh, you mother.
Was
Yes.
that Bill?
Rudy?
If I could
Or
be
was it
Rudy.
Rudy?
Yeah, he said rerun, not Rudy. Very different body type.
Yeah, no, I'm calling it like I see it.
Well,
Wait a minute. Now I want to know if he's rerun or not.
Hold up.
You got to show rerun and Rudy next to each other. Same color hat.
Rerun's a little on the plus size.
A little.
Oh,
He
see,
got thinner.
no. Rerun's hat did not have a brim. It was a
Rerun
true
had a
beret.
beret.
It was a beret.
I
And
know
it
it
was-
was.
I thought he had a brim.
Oh, it's damn close though.
Oh.
I'm just saying it's damn close.
I thought he had a.
But if you,
Now Rudy
I
didn't.
thought he had
wear
a brim.
The cheeks.
yeah,
are the same. The
it's
cheeks
very
are the
much
same.
it's very much a beret.
So you're Rudy.
Yeah, you're Rudy.
No,
Can you find
Hey,
it?
hey.
You like a teacher on summer vacation, no class.
Yo, I always wanted a hat like Dumb Donald.
That covered your face.
That,
Yeah,
that-
yeah, yeah.
What was that?
yeah.
Mushmouth. No, that's right. Dumb Donald. That's right. That's right.
Had the two
Mushmouth
eyes.
had the little
Mushmouth
one
had
with
the
the
yellow
pom
beanie.
pom.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, baby. Okay.
Okay.
Babalumba.
Say what you want about Bill Cosby, but that shit was gold.
Oh yeah.
When I was a kid, we ate that up.
I'd like to say everything he touched turned to gold, but some of the things he touched turned to a lawsuit. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Contentious.
If I live that long, I swear to God, if during this broadcast or Speedway review I got a shit and or puke, I'm calling it a night. You guys take over and do your thing.
Totally new revamping on a Speedway review tonight.
Yeah. Good luck with that. I took a half bottle of Pepto.
Shit's his pants live
I'm
at 8 o'clock.
a half bottle of Pepto in. I'm hoping that it holds out.
The problem is you went Pepto. You got to go old school and go KO Pectate.
I can if I could find it. I'd have to go to like CVS. I went to Walmart. Ain't got no KO Pectate.
CVS delivers.
They got
There you
KO
go.
Equate.
Equato pectate.
Equato Pectate. I like that. So
Equato pectate.
let's get this out of the way after we've picked on Rerun, Ralph, Rudy, Gimmick Jones down there.
Peaky Blinders over
What is
here.
what is this curling controversy you want to talk about?
Actually, it's several, Lynch, because the Brits have been accused of it now too.
So, in curling,
It's like pool. One tap
it's
to one ball. That's it.
right. So, when they're doing the release, after they do the push and the slide through, the hand, that whole, and Herm's going to demonstrate,
All right. So
that is the hand. If you got to look, Chris,
all right.
that is the hand
I'm looking.
that is on the handle.
And what happens is you're allowed to keep the hand anywhere you want on the handle as long as it doesn't come off. You have the technique so you come off and you're pushing and it starts to slide, and as it starts to drift away, you're still pushing. But there's a couple of times where it's not necessarily they may or may not have left its point of view. And there's a lot of deft touch that goes on with this game at the very end of the let go, and they're all just freaking out.
Yeah. So
It's
in the
not a
let go,
very, like,
once
it's not
it leaves your hand, you can't retouch.
And it's not a sport where like we dominated them, we beat them physically. Like the heroes in this sport for the United States is a 54-year-old fucking man.
I like
He's
it already.
The oldest Olympian to ever compete for the United States.
To compete, okay, that makes sense.
I mean, because there's no like Olympic committee for curling. There's just an overall Olympic committee.
No, there's right, and then there's an international, and they use the international rules and
right, and the game is pretty much based on it's a gentlemanly game.
It's like bocce, and
it's like bocce. Yeah,
billiards.
You play by gentlemen's rules.
Yep.
You promise to follow the rules, and you promise to call the shots as they lay. Kind of like golf. You're not going to cheat. You're not going to fudge.
Right.
But other countries are catching certain teams after they release the handle on the pass to the touch. Once it leaves his hands, he reaches out with his finger and touches it again. Just a slight touch.
Sounds dirty.
But the problem being is that slight touch can alter the trajectory of that fucking stone a lot. Because most of curling is science.
It's physics. The whole
physics.
fucking game is physics, bro.
It's physics.
It has nothing to do with speed or strength. It's about like deft touch and physics.
And letting the friction that the stone produces be what makes that stone go on the path it's going. So it uses the friction and the heat generated by that friction to melt slightly the ice underneath it to put it where they want to lay it. And fucking people are freaking out. And I think one of the Norwegian guys started saying, "What the fuck is this? This is fucking bullshit," right on the ringside during the Olympic broadcast. So it just takes this game that seemed innocuous 20 some odd years ago to like being a controversy when it's just an old man's game. It's bocce. It's bocce on fucking ice.
I was gonna say there's a in the old school VFW Hall / American Legions, there was that stand-up table shuffleboard game. That's all it is.
Oh, the
yeah,
it's curling.
And you put the fucking sawdust on there, and
it was sand. It was sand shuffleboard.
Right, right. Understood.
My dad's uncle used to call it shufflepuck.
And it's
I know they had a bowling game like that.
It's Scottish based.
Yeah.
This is basically winter fucking golf, all right? Because of where's golf in Scotland, and this was their winter golf. Their nice, easy walking game. You know what I mean? Same. This is their relaxation. This is their winter golf when it started. I've loved the game for years.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
You know, something that I'm just going to interject real quick. You know what helps me when I start feeling nauseous in my stomach is mint gum. The actual chewing motion of chewing gum helps with nausea.
Not very good with chewing gum, but I did have some mint tea.
How about
earlier?
ginger?
I got a big ass bottle of ginger ale upsters and ginger candies.
Ginger will
the good shit. The good shit from the Asian store.
It will also ginger will also purge and start pushing toxins out through your pores.
I think I've pushed every toxin out of my body since 4:00 this morning.
No,
I think I've done quite well.
Not the way that ginger works. This is a different kind of cleansing.
I understand.
If you want to go an even dorkier route, the reason why chewing mint gum, and the mint number one is a soothing thing on your throat and stomach, but number two, the motion of chewing counteracts the muscles that are involved with the act of regurgitating, so it relaxes those muscles. And it kind of makes the feeling go away. A lot of it's mind over matter. When I was sick from cancer, going through radiation treatment, one of the radiation techs told me that. So she would every Monday she would buy me a pack of mint Dentine and leave it on the table for me. So if you're feeling nauseous,
I think I'm done. I honestly think I'm done on this end. That was like a little false alarm. You know how you get that little acid reflux thing going on.
Every
But
little hiccup like that, you're like,
the
whoa.
thing that's still bothering me, and this has only been in the last hour and a half that this up here has stopped, because I took a bit of a nap. I was doing, folding laundry that I left forever. The gurgle is still there, and
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, that's
and if anybody's had 12 to 16 hours of liquid shits before, it's not fun.
Do I push? Do I not?
I had to go
push?
I had to go the old army. I had to do the old army route where you roll up some toilet paper and you put it in your crack the muffler. So just in case you gamble on a fart and lose, you got the muffler.
You call that gambling?
Drill Sergeant Bryant, I'll never forget it. I got wicked sick one time. That a stomach bug went through the barracks in basic training. He taught us about the muffler, and it saved my life on more than one occasion.
That's awesome.
Don't gamble on a fart. That's free advice.
The old man sport of curling has caused controversy in several of the competitions for this old man sport. I just find it very entertaining that on the surface, such a boring sport is like riddled with controversy.
And when you said there was a curling controversy, my first thing was, is the broom on steroids? That I didn't understand you could have a controversy in curling. But if you want to talk controversy, and I guarantee those lily-livered, panty-waist motherfuckers on the Speedway review won't touch it, Herm's got himself a controversy from Daytona that I would love to talk about right now, because it's a sports controversy, and it happened after the race. So I'll set the scene. Tyler Reddick wins the Daytona 500, the right place, right time after the last lap crash. Pulls into victory lane. First thing he does, he picks up his kid. They take the Gatorade. Everything's shooting, the confetti, the Gatorade, the hookers.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
Everything is flying. And now they go to they say, now if you want the post-race coverage, you're going to go to FS1 and do this and that and the third. And Herm's going to take it from here.
Well, I mean, you just see him touch the kid.
Who touched the kid?
Jordan touched the kid.
Michael Jordan.
I'm not sure exactly what was going on. I mean, we weren't there, but
well, I'm actually glad we're talking about this on this show. I know that I knew before Tyler won the race that was Michael Jordan's race team.
Okay.
But I don't know how long the relationship has been between, like how comfortable or how familiar is Michael Jordan to this kid to Michael Jordan.
To me, and I'm going to say this, to me, you could be as close to Michael Jordan as you want. You could be best friends. I would never play grab ass with one of Herm's kids, and Herm would not play grab ass with one of my kids.
Listen, we're talking celebrities, and they operate on a different frequency than everybody else.
Oh, of course.
They have a completely different set of what reality is.
Well, that's true.
I mean, speaking of controversy, look at Timothy Busfield from Revenge of the Nerds, 30-something, all these other shows, West Wing. I mean, he's probably going to be indicted on diddling charges.
Well,
from when he was directing a show that I used to watch called The Cleaner.
Yep.
And it all ties into something else I wanted to talk about too, but not in great detail. It's just, at what point you want to believe what you're hearing from, you want to believe the story. And now that with a lot of things that have been uncovered in the last 2 weeks, how can you believe any of it?
We're in the midst of, the Epstein. I'm sorry, I didn't know you weren't done. My bad. Go ahead, sir.
I mean, you're probably just going to reinforce my point. There was a list. There is no list. The list is on my desk here it is, all blacked out with an epileptic seizure of a Sharpie marker all over these papers. Now it's unredacted. And now we're not going to release every single file we have. But then you start reading this stuff. And it's, well, that's a lie. That was a lie. That's a big fucking lie. And then there's all these other stories that are sprouting up from this. Now, like I heard a theory that Michael Jackson actually started Neverland Ranch to protect little kids from Jeffrey Epstein, but the timeline doesn't really jive for me. So I just kind of flushed that down the toilet. But of course, you're going to get all these fucking nutbags spinning all these tall tales and yarns about what really happened.
Right. Now, before Herm plays this video, I've seen online in the last 2 days every excuse in the book because he's Michael F. and Jordan. One of them was he was trying to get ice out of the back end of his shirt because they did the Gatorade bath and all of that. But he's not.
Make total sense.
He's not up on the shirt. It looks like, and again, I'm looking at it from the outside. It looks like he's playing grab ass, and then he goes down and he tickles his legs. I mean, like, who fucking does that?
Yeah,
Go ahead, play the video, sir.
As you can see, this is the still shot from the video. I will play it, but I just want to show you guys. As you can see, this is Michael Jordan right here, right? And let me play the clip, and then I'll come back with some more commentary. Here's the video.
Sorry.
You might have to drop that down a little bit, Herm.
The video is a little short, but
Oh, okay.
I can't drop that down. That's
I got
the
you. I
video.
got you.
It's really
But look where his hand is.
So from the clip, it's looking like Jordan was filling up on a kid. And this is why everybody is in a frenzy right now, because it's like, yo, it was Jordan a part of the Epstein files? Because why is this guy filling up on a kid like this?
I don't know about any of that.
Well,
I'm
see,
just
that-
more concerned about what this guy is saying. I'm more concerned with the actual video. All right. So my issue isn't that he's done it. My issue is that somebody's called it into question, and it's not really a big deal. So just say what the fuck was going on. If that's kind of my issue, is that it's completely been completely ignored. What? Oh, I was getting ice out of it. We did the thing and the stuff. He was in front of me. He was dancing and thing. He had some ice in his shit. I was helping him out. Okay. I would do that for, look, if I'm not saying I was grabbing ass, but if she said there was something in the bottom of my shirt, maybe I grabbed around her waist if she was a little kid and shook the shirt, okay. But if that's the case, it's like, nah, Em had some, the shit in her shirt and just ice. I was just getting it out.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be right on top of it saying what it was.
If nobody's uncomfortable about it, why aren't we just saying, hey, nobody's uncomfortable about it? It was nothing. And everybody should just, I guess, it just seems weird that it happened, but nobody is paying it any mind, even though some people kind of have questions to pay it mind to a small degree. Like, hey, what was going on there? And literally, that's the whole question. Hey, what was going on there? And that's all I'd like to know. Hey, what was going on there? I'm not accusing anybody of anything.
No, and
What's going on there?
again, you're absolutely 100% reinforcing one of my other points about all this. Take away the last 3 weeks of headlines and names and just forget Jeffrey Epstein didn't exist. It would have never would have been a big deal.
Well,
But now, anytime, think about it, Herm. People's reactions, the common people's reactions are based in real time of the shit that inundates them in their day-to-day life. And that's all we fucking heard about for the last fucking year, and the last 3 weeks in particular, is Jeffrey Epstein, who was in the files. All these little kids, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, what that guy said, what was in your Epstein files? So what if he was? So what if he wasn't? I'm going to say it, and I may be right or wrong. There are names out of the 300 that were probably the legitimate business transactions. We don't know. We'll never know. Speculating isn't going to change anything.
True.
All I want is if shit happened, and if people can be proven to be responsible for that shit happening, that they're held accountable and responsible. That, to me, is the bottom line of finding out who's on the list and just how culpable they are. That's it.
I don't
Make this
disagree.
worth all the big fucking show it was to be now, when 4 years ago, it wasn't such a big deal. That's all. Hold people accountable.
As if Michael
all I
Jordan
wanna talk
hasn't
about.
been in enough controversy over the years between cheating on his wife and the gambling and, you know,
Jesus
the
Christ, I used to
recent,
see him
the
for months. We used
go
to see
ahead.
at Mohegan.
Right, and the current, you know, lawsuit against NASCAR that seemingly turned out okay for 2311 Racing. Now you've got this. You were already a marked man in NASCAR for the lawsuit. Now you're caught playing grab ass on live television.
Well, what's the lawsuit?
It had to do with the charter system, and it was unfair, unbalanced. Why can't I run a team separate from the auspices of the charter service? It was stupid. It was just them trying to not play by the rules of the playground.
Them
And what
being
they were
Michael Jordan?
Yes, very much just being Michael Jordan, and Hamlin went along with it as the co-owner, and now Hamlin's got a target on his back. But he's getting a pass right now because of all the fluff pieces about the fire and his dad passing away and all of this. So he's got the sympathy card, whereas Michael Jordan has none of that sympathy card. Take it for what it is.
I totally agree with Herm. It's just, hey, no big deal. He had shit in the back of his shirt. I was just trying to get rid of it. Oh,
But
hey,
he said-
you got
he
ice on your
literally
leg too.
said
You got
nothing.
water on your leg. It could be. Why?
It could be.
At this point, just let shit alone. You know, and if it's something weird does happen, and it sounds like a reasonable reason for that happening, sometimes things just are what they are. There's no need to read into it any deeper. And I think right now, everybody's reaction is always going to be the worst fucking reaction possible. Because, like I said, people are inundated with this shit day after day after day, all day long. It's in their face. They're going to make that jump in logic to it must be bad. It's all bad. That's it.
Sad but true. You're awfully quiet down there, Marsh McManus.
You know,
I was pondering a thing from
He's
the
lost
celebrity
his
shit.
face inside that hat.
About the celebrities being out of touch. I read a thing earlier. I guess there's that whole Vanderbeek thing. The wife put a GoFundMe together
Mhm.
for like requesting like $2.3 million for a GoFundMe, but they live in a house that's worth $4.7 million. So people are freaking pitching a fit about. I think Dwayne Johnson was one of them about millionaires being out of touch with fucking reality, as far as like.
I mean, I can certainly understand when the sole breadwinner of said family dies, but he's known about this for a year. I'm sure
well,
he's
that's
put
true.
all the ducks in a row. James Vanderbeek was never one of those guys you saw in the scandal papers.
No,
He wasn't one of those guys, you know, who's getting caught with tranny hookers on the Vegas Strip. He was just a good guy, and I'm sure he put all his ducks in a row, knowing that this day was coming sooner rather than later. What the hell does she need to GoFundMe for?
well, that's
well, here,
yeah.
here's the quiet part nobody wants to say out loud is that's the cost of cancer, especially the type of cancer he had. That's the cost of cancer.
I don't
You know
disagree.
what my
but
medical
dude,
have we
got
talked about
fucking money.
what my medical bill was for my brain tumor?
Never.
All right, let's take a trip down memory lane. October 31st, 2016, I had a fucking brain tumor removed from the center of my fucking head.
Yep.
Before insurance adjustments and all the other bullshit, my 3.5, almost 4-day stint at Yale New Haven Hospital in New Haven, all in radiology, surgery, anesthesia, medication, consults, this doctor, that, and the third, $1.7 million.
Understood. And for a guy like you, and I'm not shitting on you, you know this, you're one of my best friends of all time. For a guy like you, that's a lot of money. James Vanderbeek wipes his ass with that on the regular.
No, he
Dude's
did-
got to be
no, he
$50 million in.
It's not just
He
that.
did not live that lifestyle.
No, he did
didn't.
not live that lifestyle, but he probably socked a good chunk of his money away from the Dawsons, from the
And
lawyer shows,
What
from
little
the
I know
movies.
about it, SAG-AFTRA freaking health insurance is supposed to be top notch.
Yeah.
So I
So-
don't imagine that there was too much overhead on that. But then again, who knows?
Well, so what the family owes is the $2.6 million.
Okay.
My
cough it
one
up.
little tumor in a 4-day stint, followed by radiation, and that doesn't include the radiation treatment a year later, or
Right.
almost a year later, for almost 5 months, was $1.7 million before insurance adjustments.
Before insurance adjustments.
Correct. Now take the insurance adjustments, boom, it dropped drastically.
Mm-hmm. He
Now
had to
you
suck
think
a lot of dick
this is
to be
at
healthy.
what he owed. Well, the GoFundMe was set up for what he owes out of pocket.
Well, according to most of what I can find on the internet, in January of 2026, according to basically a celebrity net worth site that does that, he was
Yeah.
completely listed for a total of $3 million. Complete net worth.
Which is weird because James Petrogallo from Crime and Sports Small Town Murder, and he says this out loud. He goes, "I'll show you my bank account. I'm not worth $5.5 million."
A lot of these guys
I don't buy that site as far as I can throw it.
Well,
honestly.
that's where I'm going. It says he's worth $3 million. He's probably not.
That's all assets.
Right.
Well,
Which probably don't pay
that's
off.
net worth. That's net
Right.
worth. That's
There's
net
probably
worth.
mortgages.
Total everything you own and put it in a package. That's it. But in order to have that $3 million, you have to sell every fucking thing you own and have nothing. It's that includes,
Michael Jackson got away with tax evasion, and
includes
he had
net worth
everything.
includes your cash and all of your real estate and all your capital holdings.
Right.
So just because I'm worth 1.5 doesn't mean I got it sitting in the bank. It means I've got a house and there's some properties and there's some
Right.
stuff.
Well, that's part of the reason a lot of businesses lease. You know, it's for the
Right.
tax.
Then as the family, all right, so we've got a wife and we've got kids, and in order to cover dad's medical bills with the net worth, we have to all become homeless to a
Right.
degree. You know what I mean? So for some that's a complete fucking
I haven't bought into that since the OJ thing, and I'll tell you why. OJ had a big ass beautiful house and cars and statues and all this, and he goes to court. This is before the trial of the century, and he's claiming he's destitute. Let me explain something to you, sir. Nobody in Brentwood is destitute. Now, when it was all done and paying for that law team for the acquittal, I could buy insolvency at that point. I
You'd be
cannot buy
surprised
it.
what people can buy on credit.
Exactly.
And
I'm not. But those are assets.
This is no. There's a difference between what you're worth in credit and your actual worth.
That house
You think
isn't an
celebrities
asset.
nowadays-
The house isn't an asset until the note's paid off.
Correct.
Before that,
It's nothing. It's a
liability.
debt.
It's a
It's
liability.
a debt. It's a liability.
I'm going to steal Herm's line. Nigga had money, and he hit it. And he hit it well because after
probably did at
the
one
civil,
point, he
after
was
the
liquid.
civil trial, he still lived the high life. Tell me he was destitute.
You can live the high life
My-
and not have money, Chris. There are people who
My
do that
dick.
for fucking ever.
I know. I understand that.
My point is, James Vanderbeek did not die a rich man. Even if he hadn't died when he did, and you looked at his bank account, even before cancer,
By
it wouldn't be
Hollywood
that
standards,
impressive.
not at all.
It's not impressive.
By Hollywood standards, not at all. By
He-
Had a rich man either.
ordinary average Joe, guys making six
What people- What
low
you need to realize is what you need to realize. You need to have certain clout and status to get to that point where you could literally wipe your ass with hundreds. Tom Cruise, Robert De Niro, all your top tier A-list stars, they can wipe their ass with hundreds, $1 million bills if they wanted to. Your lower rung actors like James Vanderbeek, but basically most of the cast of Dawson's Creek now
right.
live a little bit better.
Katie
than
Holmes
Herm and
is
I,
still
and
doing
Matt and you.
Yeah. Katie
They live
Holmes
a-
is
they live a little
one
bit
of
better.
the
That's it.
Yeah, she's the one of the four that
I was going to
has.
say she's the
Who?
one that out of the whole cast that everybody else kind of lived mediocre mid-range star life.
Right.
Yeah, I mean the other one, the blonde girl, married Heath Ledger and lived the high life for a while, and now no one's heard of her.
Yeah.
The cute one.
Yeah, she was cute.
But the odds of you striking it that rich and in the entertainment industry as a whole is very, very small. That's a very small percentage of the population in Hollywood
I'm
lived
not
like that.
I'm not saying he had Tom Cruise money. I'm saying comparatively speaking to other television actors, he was constantly working from Dawson's Creek up through and including about 2 years
Doesn't mean
ago.
he made money.
He made fuck you money comparatively speaking to us.
Anything more than what I make is fuck you money to me. It can be $1. No, I'm serious. That's why I don't compare people's bank accounts. I could give a fuck what you have in the bank.
Neither do I.
It's what do you offer as a person? Being
Bingo.
rich is
How much money are you giving me?
Well, now if that's going to be the
being friends with a rich
criteria,
person is just a byproduct of being a friend.
right?
I know I'm not
I
a
like
friend
Rick's
of
criteria
somebody
better.
because they have money. I find that out through the relationship. But most people don't see the world that way. They automatically assume actor equals rich. There are actors who have been working all of their lives in bit roles and character actors that die destitute,
And Dennehy.
that die
Ryan
very,
Dennehy.
very poor, cash
Fuck
poor.
that.
It just happens. Same thing with musicians. But you know, a lot of it's deals that you made. People get shysted. Their managers steal money. The producers fuck them. This happens, that happens, whatever happens, and they lose their millions, or they just spend silly.
Oh, that's true.
But my whole point in all this is the guy who had some money after insurance. $2.6 million is what remained. How fucking much was that surgery before the break on insurance? Insurance
usually covers like
a life-saving surgery.
60%.
A life-saving surgery, or even just care, should not put the average person into a situation where they don't know where their next fucking meal is going to come from, or if they need to get 3 more jobs. People need to look at it in that perspective. And that's why healthcare and insurance and all this shit needs a shake-up.
Agreed. Sorry.
That's okay. I get it. I've been there.
Ugh.
I was
It's
there
all
this
her
time
fault.
last year.
That's a good point.
Thank God. Knock, knock. I haven't gotten sick lately.
I like how he does that knock on wood and he hits the rebuilt skull that they gave him in 2017.
Titanium.
Ah. So you're a Terminator. I need your clothes, your motorcycle, and your Mountain Dew. Speaking of
Your
which,
clothes, give them to me.
Baja Cabo Citrus.
I don't
Very
like
good.
I can't do Mountain Dew.
I only
I don't
drink
do it
the diet.
often, but when I see a new flavor, I always try it.
Okay.
So this one is very good. I like it,
All right.
and it'll be a one-off because I like Marsh. I don't drink Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
I can't.
It looks like antifreeze to me, but I mean, I just don't like the taste of it. I haven't tried.
I don't
that.
mind the taste of it.
It was originally made as a mix for whiskey. That was the big
I
thing.
like it.
Whiskey and Mountain Dew.
I've
used to
made
drink
some. I've made some whiskey drinks with Mountain Dew. It's good stuff.
Oh yeah. SoCo and Mountain Dew is pretty terrible too. You put SoCo in anything, it makes it shit.
You put SoCo in anything, you've got a party that smells like cigarettes and failure.
You want to, Chris? Next time you see my wife, all you have to do is say, "Hey Megan, you want to do a couple shots of Southern Comfort?" And you'll see her physically go, "Oh."
He's gonna say, "Hey, baby," to your wife.
Oh, hey, Meg.
Hey, Meg, I would if I said, "Hey, baby,"
Hey,
my head would be on the other side of the room.
Yeah, baby.
Like I do that with
Hey.
Herm's wife as a goof. Like, "Hey, baby, you come here often?" But I've been saying that to her since 1989. I'm okay with that. She gets the gimmick. I can't say that to Megan, or she will Mike Tyson my face.
Okay, well,
Hey, baby.
a man's got to know his limits.
That's right.
You want to
Can't,
see
I
something funny?
cannot spank my monkey, and I can never score, or I will die. That video made the rounds at work. That was so funny. And you to explain to somebody why you're laughing so hard, I shared that video out with the guys at work, and they all started laughing. Now it's like one of our cut lines at work. You just walk in the room. Hey, Chris. Yeah. I can never spank my monkey. I'm like, will you shut the fuck up, please? Or I could die.
Remember, if you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter.
That's right.
I don't think I want to be an athletic supporter.
Those who can do. Those who can't teach. Those who can't teach gym.
Yeah, we had a couple of those.
Yes, we
God.
did.
Miss Romberg.
So
Oh,
you want to talk about dead celebrities? Because we got a couple. We already talked about
Oh,
James
man.
Vanderbeek, God rest him. Let's start with Jesse Jackson. Let's get him out of the way.
I like the way he dressed.
He was always sharp. I'll give him that. He's very articulate, too. I did
I'm
like
going
listening to
back to
Jesse
President.
Jackson speak.
Yes, going to Hymantown.
Oh,
Like
God,
when
I knew
he
that would
was
come up
president.
at some point. I realize that kind of talk isn't
I
kosher.
realize that kind of talk isn't kosher.
Who was it earlier that didn't know where that line came from? I voted for Jesse Jackson.
me.
Lynch.
Oh,
And I
No
voted for
context.
Jesse Jackson.
I voted for Jesse Jackson.
He fucking won?
He fucking won.
Yeah, you could win, Jesse, because you better hell. Washington? Fuck hell, Washington. All right, the only thing I have an issue with Jesse Jackson is two things, and they're not even tied together. One, when Jesse Jackson was running for president both times, 84 and 88, he would give these speeches, and they were powerful, and they were really good. And toward the end, he would get into preacher mode. Like, you got me this far. I didn't need to hear, and then on the mountain, we're going to fumigate our wisdom. Stop. I don't want to hear that. You're a presidential candidate. Leave it alone. And
Jesse.
the whole thing where he has a 30-year friendship with somebody, and because that somebody ran on a different ticket, he's now the devil. That pisses me off. But hey, we change our minds about people all the time, and Jesse Jackson is certainly entitled to change his mind about, fuck it, Forrest Trump,
Well,
which is the new nickname we have given him. You're welcome.
Works for me.
But
I don't
Jesse
know,
Jackson overall, just a charitable human being, man. He was always in the hunt for fundraising and doing things. Whether you liked the excuse me, whether you liked the cause or not, he did good shit.
Well, like I said in the chat earlier, not a huge fan. It's very sad that he's gone. Absolutely. And he did do a lot of good for the community. But there's just some things about him that I've always been a little uneasy about and very untrusting.
That makes sense.
And that revolves around Martin Luther King.
Really?
Okay, go ahead.
This could be a whole show. I don't want to take it up.
Okay.
Cliff Notes.
I'm not familiar with any correlation there, but
He was there at the goddamn hotel.
he was.
So Jesse Jackson,
He was there.
when he was Jesse Jackson as a younger man was pretty much a nobody.
Right.
For whatever reason, he was sidled up next to Martin Luther King not too long before he was assassinated. I just find out now, you know me, I'm not a super huge conspiracy theorist, but I listen to him and pull the shit that makes sense out of him. To me, it makes sense that Jesse Jackson could have potentially known about the attempt and execution. And I had to find there's a lot of conveniences post assassination of Martin Luther King that happened with Jesse Jackson's career very rapidly. His rise and ascent to 2 times running as president. The federal government was very, very afraid of Mr. King, because Mr. King was basically a communist. And communism in the 60s was a no-no. And you're also talking about an era and when JFK was assassinated. And we're repeating history now with the Epstein files, much like we did with the JFK files. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. No, there's a coming on the grassy knoll. No, there wasn't. It's just, who do you believe and why? And there are also theories that he was an operative. And until this is all dispelled, I got nothing really. I'm not speaking ill of them. These are just theories. Do I believe them? Not necessarily. But it's all shit that could be plausible. And I think he was an opportunist. Much like Al Sharpton, but Al Sharpton was a little bit more loud and shrill about it. I have zero respect for Al Sharpton at all.
Well,
No, he's a grifter from the word go. He's a cocksucker.
He took what Martin Luther King started and made it a sport. Now, as generous as Jesse Jackson was, he was very generous. But of course, you're going to be generous when you're trying to buy votes. That's all. There's a whole lot of other stories out there circulating. I don't know how to feel about them. Just meh.
That makes sense. Harm, you're awfully quiet.
Pretty much. Meh. Okay.
Cool.
He existed.
Meh. I got it. He did Hymietown. That was Herm's contribution to that.
He and I will say a quality about him, like you said, he's very well spoken, articulate, blah blah blah. The character. I can see him and Donald Trump being friends because they were for 30 years. He's very much like Trump, unfiltered, and didn't know how to read a room. Or he did know how to read a room and just didn't give a shit.
Read it wrong sometimes.
And he read it completely wrong sometimes. Hence the Hymietown. So I can buy that they were friends. And yeah, I get that would put you off too, just because you change parties. It means, well, I can't associate with you anymore. Whatever.
Yeah, and that drives me nuts about people in life too. And Mr. Marsh can certainly attest to this because we've watched the last couple of days. Yeah. I don't give a shit what party you go for. If you're a good person, you're a good person. This divide doesn't need to happen. And we're not going to talk politics because we have a 2-month moratorium on it. But to your point, it doesn't need to be this way.
No, and there's so much venom there. It's just.
Are you referencing someone specific?
Yeah, the usual suspect.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll link you. I'll put your name in it and tag you, and you can read it and just watch.
I'd love to.
It's a river of tears, and then Chris comes in with a fact, and they all go ballistical ape shit. And
it's like,
I'm like, guys, I'm on neither side of this. I'm just telling you the truth.
It's like in the last 3 or 4 times that has happened, you've always come in with like, I'm a centrist. I don't like this one any more than you do. But, I'm trying to base shit on facts, and they fucking just dogpile.
And when you ask them, and this is the beautiful thing, speaking of those guys on this one particular gentleman's feed, tell me where I'm wrong. I'm giving you the opportunity to tell me how I've gotten this wrong. And it's You hear crickets, or you hear insults, and you get told things about your mother that your father wished he knew because he might have been a happier man. Come on. None of this is all just reactionary bullshit, and it's
Well,
bad.
so people do that don't have an argument is they turn to insult and cursing and anger because you know you've already deflated their argument because there is none. It's just how people who are losing a debate typically try to move the goalpost, and that's moving the goalpost.
Yeah,
it's just typical of people. It shouldn't surprise us anymore.
That doesn't surprise me. It just honestly makes me sad.
It does. It's very sad, but that's the world we live in now.
I mean, I think dialogue.
It's my way or fuck you.
You can have dialogue, you can have discourse, but you should have a certain amount of respect for each other,
right?
Or at least treat each other.
And I start off every interaction with anybody I deal with in my day-to-day life with respect. If I don't get any back, don't expect any from me.
Right.
Yep, thank you, fuck you, bye. It's that simple.
I give what I get. If a conversation or an interaction starts off on a negative foot, not initiated by me, I guys didn't even tell you what happened to me last Thursday on the way to work.
Tell us.
I'm on the way to work Thursday, just coming up on the New London Mall area of 95, and it's bumper to bumper traffic. It was bumper to bumper traffic from the on-ramp off of 85 onto 95. So here I am being the nice guy and let this newish car, I stop and let him merge in front of me. Now I'm already going to be late for work. No big deal. My coworker was late because 32 was jammed up too. Because there was an accident on the bridge. Facing into the bright sunlight, as soon as I got onto that stretch of 95, I'm facing right into the sun. So as I'm flipping my visor down, I can't see. I tap the car in front of me. Ah, fuck. Couldn't judge, couldn't see the distance because I'm looking at the sun as I'm putting the visor down. What happens next? Fucking cop lights on the back of the car. Guess who it is? Mr. fucking Sunshine himself. The City of Groton Police Chief, Lou Fasaro.
Really?
The kid, not the old guy.
Not kid, he's our age.
Well, yeah, I say the kid because his father was
formerly
the
of the Norwich Police Department.
Because my dad worked under Lou Fasaro, and he's got to be in his 90s by now.
No, he's probably not that old.
No, this guy, he's within our age range.
He's older
at the
than
most.
He's
60.
probably close to 60.
Yeah, at the most he's 60.
Right.
Okay, so he's the younger.
Usually the first thing out of somebody's mouth when you've had a little minor, dude, there was absolutely zero damage to anything. He marches over to my car. I already have my shit out. He says, "There's less than 200 fucking miles on that thing." And I just looked at him and said, "I'm fine. How are you?" He takes my shit, goes back to his car, comes back, then takes his body cam out of his car, and he's filming my bumper, his bumper, my bumper, his bumper, my bumper, his bumper. I said, "Man, I'm really sorry. The sunlight caught me. I let you in. I thought I had a little bit more of a gap. I was staring right into the sun, flipping my visor down. Now, you save your fucking story for the state police."
Really?
Okay. I didn't get out of my car. I didn't say a fucking word until the state cops got there. He gives me my shit back. I hand it back to the state cops. And there's a veteran state cop who immediately, "Oh, buddy, Mr. Chiefy here." Gives him a big hug and a handshake. And the rookie, Statey, who I'm dealing with, he says, "Are you okay?" I said, "Thank you for asking. I'm perfectly fine." Unlike Mr. Chief over there, who didn't seem to be bothered to ask. And he just kind of looked at me. He goes, "Okay, so you don't need medical help?" I was like, "No, I'm fine." And I go out of my way at the end of the interaction after the cop said, "Here's your following too closely warning." Just a warning. Couldn't help it. As I jokingly said to the state trooper, the trainee, I said, following too closely, you're in a traffic jam. Everybody's following too closely. With a smile, and he laughed. He's like,
Who, you said this?
I said that.
Nice.
He got the joke. And we laughed about it. The veteran trooper, big black guy, built like a fucking tree. He said, "You're right, Mr. Lynch. You have a great day." I was like, "Yeah, thank you. Have a good day." And Chief is walking back to his cruiser. I said, "Again, I'm real sorry about it. I'm sorry he's only got 200 miles on it, but I'm okay." Never once. Never once. Are you that? Number one, it's not your car. You don't own that car. It's property of the city. Number two, and I even said, I get it. I'm sorry. It's brand new. Get over your fucking self. Have as a representative of an entire police department, and just as a cop, are you okay? I'm not asking for much. Are you okay? Need anything? Because that's typically how that situation unfolds. But not for him. And now, if anybody who lives in the city of Groton has some insight as to why the attitude within that department absolutely fucking sucks.
Understood. Because the Chief Pizarro that Dad worked under was one of the nicest human beings I've ever met in the history of my life. Just a really good dude.
Is this a relation
This
to that
guy,
guy?
Yeah.
probably father. I don't know.
I'm guessing father son.
I mean, I tried to initiate an actual conversation with him. He just walked away from me. So I gave up at that point and talked to the state cop who would actually interact with me. Who wasn't more worried about his brand new beautiful bumper.
Fuck him.
Yeah. You know what they say in Occam? Fuck 'em and Occam.
Fuck 'em. In Occam, they don't say that. They're not bright enough to use words. They grunt. Speaking of which, a friend of mine is trying to buy the pizza joint in Occam because the current tenants blow and they're 6 months behind on their rent. And he's also trying to recruit me to run that restaurant and take me away from this company that I'm working for. That's not true.
Really?
The second part is not true. He doesn't want to recruit me. He just wants to buy the business. He did say, "Would you come work for me?" I'm like, "You got to match what I'm making now. I can't do that. I can't come work for you."
Yeah.
I'm not I don't make backward moves unless it's absolutely necessary.
It sounds like stuff's going all right for you there, though.
So far, so good, man. I'm really, again, stress-free with the exception of like one or two retards.
Well, you're gonna have
My biggest, when I deal with those people, I like to say out loud, "I'm old, I'm hurt, I'm tired, and I work with fucking children." And I have that coming on a shirt that I'm gonna wear to work, but I'd have to block out the fucking children part. Ryan.
Excuse me. Ryan, point of correction. It's not the New London Chief. It's Groton City. Groton City. I've never met the New London Chief, but I have.
Groton City or Groton Town?
Groton City.
Fasaro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heard EB Security Police.
Basically. EB and Pfizer.
I'll tell you this. I don't know about New London, Groton, yada, yada, nowadays. Back in the day, the only chief I didn't like, because a lot of those guys got together and had parties, and the kids were the beer runners. You know, the good old days, the 70s and 80s. And shit, my daughter was a beer runner until she turned 18. Now I'm like, in 3 more years, I'm your beer runner. Most of those guys were cool except the Groton chief back in the day.
I'm trying to think who that was.
I can't remember his name. I can see his face. He lived like 4 doors down from us in Gales Ferry. They were my dad and him were super tight. He had a daughter. She was a very nice girl, but she was like more around Matt's age. So I didn't really interact with her that much.
Was it town or city?
I want to say it was town.
You talking about?
We're going back to the late 80s, bro. Ask me who my teachers were. I could tell you 3.
I mean, I remember Morton, but he was a sergeant.
Falvey.
No,
John Falvey.
Maybe,
Rob
I
Falvey.
don't know.
No, John Fowler was the singer.
Yeah, sorry.
Give me a Ouija board. I'll
Falvey.
ask Dad real quick. Hey, Father, if you're here, tell me the name.
Oh,
I don't remember.
Get the Ouija board out.
Yeah, I was gonna Ouija the shit out of this.
That was the thing in the town police is that Robert Falvey retired in '83, and then Tom Falvey became chief in 1983. His own son, because there was a huge thing of nepotism. Nepotism was rampant in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and both sides of the town. That's why I couldn't get a job for the city. I tried getting a job in the same, not the same building as my father, but in public works. They wouldn't hire me because they had to put a stop to that. Yep. You had Chris Sanford, Bill Sanford, this Sanford,
Fred Sanford,
Yep.
Lamont Sanford,
chief of police.
Lamont Sanford.
He just
Then you
died
had the
too.
Falveys.
I know.
Yeah, Lamont.
Big
Desmond Wilson?
Demond Wilson.
Demond Wilson, not
Big
Desmond.
dummy.
Demond.
It's funny when one of my friends sent me that, he was like, "Hey, rest in peace, Demond Wilson." I'm like, "You died, you big dummy." I couldn't remember his character name. All I remembered was Big Dummy.
Come on. Esther.
On Esther, I remember. I will press your face in dough and make gorilla cookies.
My grandfather loved that fucking show.
I loved that show when I was a little kid, and I didn't understand a lot of the
still do.
stuff.
No.
I didn't
But-
understand a lot of the stuff, especially like, Sanford and Son, Archie Bunker. Trying to think of other shows that had racial tension involved. The Jeffersons, Good Times.
Yeah.
I just thought they were funny shows, and I look back on them now, and you go on these Me TV places where they show old episodes, and you're like, I love the fact that I grew up in this time where you could put this stuff on television. Nobody bitched. They had a great time watching it.
Dude, there
And
was
you
a lot
learn
of shit that
something.
springboarded off of Archie Bunker, as far as
Oh, yeah.
shows and then spin-offs of those shows.
The Jeffersons, Maude.
And then Good Times spun off of Maude.
That's right, because Florida was the housekeeper.
Yeah.
Housekeeper.
It was freaking
Herb,
nutty.
your level.
Florida was the housekeeper.
I hear you now. Thank you.
Yeah, it's because I'm back here. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
We could just do this right here. That's fine.
It's funny.
I just didn't want you to have the technical difficulties where we had to stand by.
No, we're good.
Technical
All right.
difficulty.
We'll be right back
Oh, good God.
after these messages.
All right. I had a brain fart the other day since we're talking about 70s TV and Demond Wilson and whatnot. We all remember Schoolhouse Rock.
There we go.
Yes.
Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla had the rhinoceros. He had the sister named Gabriella Isabella Sarsaparilla, but she found the aardvark. Who had the kangaroo?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Now
I
you're
don't
going to make me go
remember.
back between shows and watch that Schoolhouse Rock.
You just Google it.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood. I'm talking to you guys. I'll Google something else. If something good comes up, I could just watch the fucking video in a half hour.
Yeah, I don't
But
remember.
then I'll be lying in bed tonight. The lights are off. The world is quiet. I hear a lonely bird caw in the distance, and I'll be, oh, I know a guy named Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla.
You know what's funny is I don't remember a lot of those, most of those Schoolhouse Rock things, other than except for a few.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the commercials would come on, I'd get up and go get something to eat. Because as soon as the main cartoon was over, to me, I don't have to watch anything else. I'll be back in a minute to pick up.
But
right on where I
you
left
could
off.
see,
Right
like,
to the
if
Friends.
you're watching the cartoons, you're watching the Super Friends, and they're in the
Okay,
battle scene, and then
no,
it cuts to
Ruf-
commercial.
Rufus found a kangaroo.
Was it? He found the
Hold on.
kangaroo.
Raffaella Gabriella, she found a kangaroo.
No, but I thought she found the aardvark.
No. Albert Andreas, and my name is Albert Andreas Armadillo,
Armadillo.
and I wish
Oh,
I could
that's
find
right.
a rhinoceros.
But somebody found the aardvark, but I
Right,
can't
but
say
it's
that.
later. But it's
I
later
found
in
the
the song.
aardvark.
Now I could tell you Raffaella Gabriella, and Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla, and Albert Andreas Armadillo found an aardvark, a kangaroo, and a rhinoceros.
Please tell me he's
Right.
not going for memory.
Fuck. Somebody found an aardvark.
God damn. I still don't know what the fuck you're talking
Because
about.
that's the line. But I can't say that. Because they found an aardvark. Fuck. I hate you all. I hate you all.
I don't remember.
Look, going back to that point, if you're watching your show and it goes to like a honeycomb commercial or the local car dealership, get up, get your snack. But if you hear the Schoolhouse Rock song, you keep your ass planted and you learn some shit.
I wasn't like that. I didn't like a lot of the commercials.
Well, yeah, because you had Schoolhouse Rock, and then you had, and they were all in different kinds. So there was History Rock,
Yep.
and there was Science
That
Rock,
I remember history rock.
And there was-
Mathematics rock.
I like history.
and there was like Schoolhouse Rock was a lot of different lessons, but there was some specifics. But yeah, like the whole group of those loved them.
Yeah, I passed Mr. Mello's junior year exam because of Schoolhouse Rock.
I
Because
remember
the
you
first
told
question, the first question is write the preamble to the Constitution. I'm tapping my foot. We the people
I don't know you tell me that.
in order. And you hand the paper. He goes, Schoolhouse Rock. I'm like, huh? He goes, there's one of you every year tapping your foot and writing the preamble.
We the people, in order to form a more perfect union.
I am so glad I kept that DVD because when Emma was coming up and learning things, she would sit in front of Schoolhouse Rock for hours and lose her shit. And you could leave the room and go cook dinner or lunch or something. You come back in the room and she's in there in her Planet Janet. She's a galaxy girl and just singing them
Jesus.
like they were Taylor fucking Swift songs. I loved it.
You know what?
Dude.
Whatever works.
She's got a 2020 mentality in a 1970s brain. Man, she worked the Schoolhouse Rock like nobody's business. That's how I learned to count by threes when I was working. When Herm remembers this, I used to work in a liquor store, and you count out the empties. They're all in the boxes, and I'm singing in my head. 3, 6, 9. I'd pause. 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. And people would look at me. I'm like, shut up. I'm counting your empties. Because 3 is a magic number.
3 is a magic number.
I remember they made a CD of that in the 90s with, I don't want to say punk bands, but alternative
Just more
bands.
alternatives.
Yeah. And I had it playing in the apartment one time, and Herm came home, and it was on 3 is a magic number, and he did this little dance. He's going, a man and a woman had a little baby.
It was Jane's Addiction, for fuck's sake.
And
It
he's
was
doing
Jane's Addiction, for fuck's sake.
I call it the Herm dance. Like, a man and a woman had a little baby. Yes, they did.
There was 3 in the family.
In the family. And that's a magic number.
So anyway, back to death.
Hey, back to death. Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall, 95 years old. Holy shit.
Good run for that sumbitch. Good run. Some of the most memorable roles too. And Marsh threw out a few. I threw out a couple. But starting with Herm, man, what was your most memorable Robert Duvall role?
I liked him in Colors.
Color.
Nice.
Great fucking movie.
I've never actually watched that. I need to.
That's a great.
That's
great
because
movie.
it's from the
I highly
90s.
recommend it, Matt.
Was it the 90s? I thought it was the 80s.
The 80s. I think
No,
it was late
80s.
80s.
It was like 89.
Oh, right in your wheelhouse. You can go get it right now.
All right, I'll go check it out. What did I
Run
just
down
watch today?
Run down to Cardello's video shop and get you a copy.
Oh, I can't.
New England Home
I'm not there
Video.
anymore for one, and then the nostalgia factor for the other.
I miss video stores.
Little Debbie.
So do I. Matt misses Debbie. We know this to be
Yeah,
truthful.
I don't. The hometown video stores were great, man. I mean, what a great job for a freaking. I couldn't do
I
McDonald's.
loved it in my 20s working at Blockbuster. Hey, I met a whole bunch of chicks there.
Fast food thing because I couldn't do that. That was freaking.
Right.
What a difference. Blockbuster Video.
I met a lot of chicks through Blockbuster, but I made a lot of good friends through Blockbuster that have remained friends to this day because they're just genuinely cool human beings. Ryan says, I liked him in Apocalypse Now. Very good.
Another great role.
Awesome. I liked him in Days of Thunder as the gnarly crew chief. Loved him as Tom Hagen in The Godfather. Absolutely loved Tom Hagen. But his cameo role in Sling Blade, he didn't say much, but it was powerful. Huh?
Dwight Yoakam? Wasn't he in Sling
Dwight
Blade?
Yoakam's one. He was in Sling Blade, yeah.
Yeah,
Robert
Yoakam played the
Duvall,
boyfriend.
when Carl goes back to his childhood home to, kind of reconcile the memories of killing his mom and the boyfriend and the little baby that was buried out in the backyard. He walks through the door. The house looks like an episode of Hoarders. And there's Robert Duvall sitting on the chair. I reckon you're my father. I'm your boy. And he's like, I ain't got no boy. Get the hell out of my house. And he's just deadpan watching the TV, whatever the fuck he had on the TV. It was just a powerful cameo role. It was really good. I enjoyed it. But I don't think Robert Duvall made a bad movie. And if he did, I'd like to hear about it.
No, he
Duvall,
just about anything he was in. He elevated any movie he was in. He was that type of actor. Great Santini was one of my favorite.
Yes, I forgot about that one.
Tender Mercies.
Secondhand Lines. He's just
Secondhand Lines was a great movie.
he just
Robert Duvall made a career of being Robert Duvall.
Which is odd because last week I just shat on what's his nuts for making a career out of being Mark Ruffalo. But Robert Duvall had depth to play Tom. I'm just going to throw Tom Hagen and Harry Hogg against each other. The gruff, gnarly crew chief that has a hound that could hunt anything and builds these cars, and then he was the slick lawyer. He had depth. Mark Ruffalo plays Mark Ruffalo.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that Robert, you can see Robert Duvall trying a case.
right.
You could see Robert Duvall as a pit crew chief. Outside of the character, you could see him doing that because he was the everyman. That's what makes a great character actor, which is really essentially what he was. His characters, he took a piece of himself and dug into the role and said, that's the angle I'm gonna go with it. He was just good. He was just a good natural actor. Super funny. Could be super funny, but pretty much he's just a good serious actor. He made a dancing movie. Oh fuck, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. It was in the mid 2000s. I'll find it.
My apologies.
The wife's home. Robert.
That was the name of the movie?
No,
Yeah,
it was
Wife's Home.
Assassination Tango.
You can't hear the dogs in the background?
I do. The Symphony of Dysfunction.
Dysfunction.
We used to have music for that, Marsh. It was great. Every time the dogs barked, Herm hit the button. Swaying to
I'm
the
just going to pull up
symphony.
and Marsh, you said MASH. I think that was one of my favorite early roles.
Yeah, freaking that's
Robert Duvall. He was great in MASH.
Yeah, he played in the film.
Burns.
He played Frank Burns, didn't he?
yeah, sure did.
Because that was Elliot Gould. I can't remember all
Ron
these actors.
Sutherland, Elliot Gould, Gary Burke.
Thank you.
Sally Kellerman. Got Rene. I can't never pronounce his last name. He was a French dude. Rene
Aubernois.
Rene Alvenois.
Yep. Yeah.
He was in Pursuit of D.B. Cooper, another great movie from the 80s.
Fantastic.
The Natural. Colors, 1988. You're right, Herb.
88. Sorry, my mistake.
Ramblin' Rose is another forgotten gem.
Never saw it.
Falling Down,
Nice.
starring Michael Douglas, which is a
Michael
great movie
Douglas.
from the 90s. The Paper. I'm trying to get The Apostle is one of his best later roles.
Love that movie.
That is a very powerful movie. Assassination Tango.
That's what I said.
Herm
2002.
mentioned that.
He was good and gone in 60 seconds.
Assassination Tango is a great movie. Ruben Blades, Kathy Baker. But yeah, I mean, the guy could play just about anything, anyone.
Mm.
He's one of those actors where you're just like, it sucks. But he was 95.
Right.
That's
He
true.
lived a good fucking life, a long, hard life.
Right.
You know, and it just sucks you're never going to see him again in anything. But you can always
Yeah,
pop in
but again,
an old copy of Tender Mercies and reminisce and have a good old time traveling down there.
I mean, if Tender Mercies is your thing, sure.
I'm just saying, just picking a movie at random.
Tender Mercies.
I haven't watched Apocalypse Now in quite a long time.
I watched
hard
that
movie to get
first
through.
time last year. I had a tough time getting through that. That thing.
It's a tough movie to get through.
It was not an easy
It's a
watch.
very
And it wasn't because
No,
it was dramatic. It was just boring as fuck. It just-
yeah. It and even being
And
a Coppola fan,
We all know that's by intention.
yeah,
yeah,
I know.
it was worse because I spent all these years hearing about how it's like this epic piece of cinema. I'm like, okay, I got to watch this thing.
It is.
It
And I'm
is, but
it
you
is.
got to remember
Right.
it was written from the point of view of the guys that were over there, and that feeling you get about this drag the fuck on while this
Mhm.
movie is happening with bursts of fucking intense shit is exactly how every fucking soldier over there felt. It felt like this long, drawn out bullshit with, and then just long and long. And he
It
did
was
that
fucking
so
long.
intentionally. So it felt that by the end of the movie, he wanted you to feel like you just done a fucking 13-month tour.
Oh, it was awful. Yeah. And the shit with Marlon Brando, I'm like, what the Colonel Kurtz and whatever shit. I don't know. Like I said, I was happy to be done with it.
I was trying to see what his last role was. The Pale Blue
He
Eye.
played-
He was
He
in a
played
couple
Bob Backlund.
seen that Julia Roberts thing too. Let's talk about it or something to talk about or something.
That was in the 90s, wasn't it?
I think so.
Something
Probably.
to talk
Right.
about.
See, this is a reason to go to the Google machine, not look up Rufus Xavier Sarsaparilla.
Yeah, it is. That's
Robert-
exactly why. Those are a lot of fucking lyrics, bro.
I can just listen to it later. I want to experience it. Robert Duvall final movie.
The Pale Blue Eye in 2022.
Well, you got that quicker than the
Scroll that one
Google
out.
machine did.
Pale Blue Eye, wasn't that the one took place at the
He
Christian
played the
Bale?
role of Jean Pepe.
Yeah, because that was about an Edgar Allan Poe thing. It was took place at like West Point or something.
Yes,
I'm
and the movie just before that in 2022 was a Netflix film with Hustle.
Right.
That was Adam Sandler, wasn't it?
Mm,
Yes.
Adam Sandler should stop making serious movies. That is my opinion, and I'm going to die on that hill. So the Pale Blue Eye is different from Lynch's favorite movie, The Dark Brown Eye.
Yeah, it's a different genre.
Yeah, you don't have to sign in and prove that you're 18.
There's no
Oh, Matt.
Watch that movie.
Have you ever been to Taft Shoes?
Taft shoes?
Taft. I found some beautiful handmade shoes. 3, 4.
Oh, it's a
5.
website. I was thinking back to. I thought you meant back in the day. No,
No, recently it's I just stumbled upon a very nice designer.
No, it's hard to
men's
keep
shoe.
up because in the last few years, there's been so many freaking people coming back in trying to do the craft shoe thing, and some of them are great.
Yo, these are nice taffeta loafers. Some nice.
Oh, dear
executive
God. Here
shit.
we go.
That's a little.
This is almost worse than you guys talking about omelets all the time.
No,
I'm sorry.
man.
Later,
man.
Ryan, I see your comment. We'll see you soon, buddy.
I'm out of
Take
the
care.
repair scene, but shoes are near and dear to my heart.
You know, like nice blue suede shoes, real ones, handcrafted.
Look at
Those
that.
are those driving mocks?
They are the Luke in suede. They would be.
I only saw the side profile.
Yep, a Luke driver mock by Taft.
It looked like a driving mock. Okay.
Yes, effortless. Yes, genuine leather and suede, hand sewn. They're nice, bro, and they're only like
Always
they're only
makes me feel
$300.
good when I can contribute something to these conversations.
They're only $300. They're nice.
Welcome to the conversation, Marsh.
Let's talk
Wait,
shoes,
what?
baby.
Yeah. I'm gonna go swallow 2 spoonfuls of honey
What do you
before the next
fuckers
show.
tries to want to turn it into like a Nike Air Jordan
That
conversation?
fucker.
Oh, that is nice. Is that
yes.
patent? No, that's not patent.
No,
Herm.
it's a
Herm.
loafer. I'm
It's not
listening.
patent leather.
In the
Herm, do those
Yes.
shoes already come with hose that you get to pimp out, or are they sold separately?
No. You buy those separately, but they're it's a Ritz loafer done in Fiore.
Nice.
Yes.
You guys are just talking Greek to me, man.
They're
Oh,
yeah.
just a lesson I could give you. Jesus.
Mm.
It'd take too long.
Red cotton jacquard print with.
Shoe?
Mm,
I know. I put them on my feet.
mm.
Exactly.
I go through
I
them like
love
crazy.
shoes. I fucking love shoes.
It's only been in like less than the last 200 years that shoes were made for right and left feet.
Yeah, they used to be
Yes.
made
A
for the
lot,
same
more,
foot.
a lot more recent than people think.
And since the 60s, boots have been made for walking.
Okay, Nancy.
You're
Well,
welcome.
that's like the reason. That's like the reason men's and women's buttons are on different sides.
Opposite side, because
Yep.
women used to get dressed by people. So it's
Right,
easier
women
for
were
the dresser.
dressed by somebody else, and the people that were dressed were most likely right-handed. So it
Well,
made
men
See,
it
were
I heard-
good,
lesser
but
to
I'm
dress.
glad
a
to
woman.
learn that. I'm also that's I never knew that before, because my thing was, and I said this to my ex-wife once, and I think she hit me, was the reason that they're different is because men use their right brain and women are never in their right mind. And I think I got hit with a broomstick that day.
I mean, men. I mean, especially in your upper, aristocracy, were dressed as well.
No, all of that makes
Yeah, I
sense.
mean, when you-
That explanation that you two just gave, now I know. I've always wondered that.
You know where the big white wigs came from?
The
why
wig
they
store.
why they wore those?
No.
England.
Yeah, in England,
Well,
because their
France.
hair would fall out at an alarming fucking rate because their
Right.
lack of fucking
Right,
their
their lack
fucking
of
diet was
vitamins.
atrocious.
Their diet was horrible. Their lack of vitamins, so they all walked around with their hair falling out.
If you pulled those big white wigs off,
They were
yeah,
half-
it would
they
be
looked
like Patches
fucking
McGee
cancer patients.
underneath.
Dig into the
Yeah.
hygiene of it. Yeah, there's a lot of.
That's why perfume was invented to cover the stink of a lady's lady.
It's also invented.
Same with cologne. Cologne was to hide the funk of being a person in that time. Ugh.
Oh,
Now it's romantic to spend $600 on a bottle of fucking perfume. Get bent.
Well, I like the way she smells when she wears
Oh.
it.
If it's a scent that you like, that you both like, it's worth it.
Yeah, nobody
just
wants
does.
somebody walking around smelling like a French whore.
It's hard to do that in Chanel. It's very hard to do that in Chanel.
No, mom loves
if
that
you're going to be a
scent.
French whore, they are the best kind. So
Yeah, mom wears Chanel, and it's very subtle. That's what I like about it. You smell it, but it's not like overpowering. Doesn't make your eyes
wait.
water and your teeth flip back. It's just like, that smells nice.
Herm, how many terms has your governor been governor?
oh my God.
Does he wear Chanel?
No. When he's done with Colorado, I want him to come to Connecticut.
That would be great, because Lamont's fucking us 6 ways to Sunday.
Well, that's true.
Now I can't breathe. Get the Vicks Vapo Rub.
Oh,
Oh,
that shit
Jesus.
works wonders, man.
Oh, Tom
Yes,
Cruise.
it
Just don't
does.
lick your fingers
He was
afterwards. It's not a
he
good
was
idea.
first elected.
No,
in,
wash your hands.
he was first elected in 2018.
Okay. Okay. He's got a couple more terms left in him in there. And he's not an old guy.
No,
Now, me, I want the governor of Colorado to be Lauren Boebert, because then I'll be the first dude, and I'll be on TV all the time, and her
Yeah,
be like,
okay.
"Will this motherfucker ever get
That'll
off
never
my
happen.
TV?"
and I don't mean all the part following her being the governor will never
No,
happen.
No.
the rest of it could happen, but she's not going to
Right,
become
but
governor.
right, but it's all based on the pinnacle of the plan, which is she becomes president.
I don't want her to be president. I want her to be governor of Colorado, so I can marry her and be your first dude.
That'll never happen.
And I'm going to tell the news, like, the first gentleman. I'm like, nope, I'm the first dude. That's my. And when you refer to
I'm
me
her
on
bitch.
TV, I can identify as anything I want. When you refer to me on television, it'd be first dude Chris Bobert, and I am going to change my name. But then I won't be able to vote, and that's going to be terrible.
So, lastly, two quick things.
Go ahead.
Savannah Guthrie and her mom.
Oh,
Yes.
I hate to say it, and I hate to sound not so optimistic, but
I said it 2
that
weeks
poor
ago.
woman that poor woman's dead. And
She
I said
has
it-
to be.
I said it after the second video that Savannah published with her family. And yeah, now they're just chasing their tail and wasting a lot of resources finding a celebrity's mother.
Now, didn't they say that they could lock on to the chip in her pacemaker, but then the trouble is those chips aren't specific and they could find like 7 people with the same pacemaker if it pings that chip?
So the reason why you have to uplink your pacemaker to your electronic device is so that it is identified as the unique pacemaker. And you're right. So you remove the electronic device between the pacemaker and the monitoring service. It's pacemaker. It's the pacemaker 3000 Omatic.
Right.
There could be 1,000 of those in her area where she lives. So narrowing it down to that specific one is very difficult. I think it was intentional, absolutely, that this person knew she was on a pacemaker and told her to leave your phone. For 2 reasons: you can't make a phone call, and they won't be able to track you. I think she died very early on into this whole escapade. I think it was an accident, maybe, because of then that my mind about it being an accident kind of changed when I saw the amount of blood on the porch when they were saying trace amounts of blood.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sizable amount. And little people bleed a lot. They have crepe paper skin.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's any type of physical violence threatened put on her, it could have been bad. Now, I get it. She's a celebrity's mom. It sucks that she's missing, potentially dead, but there's a lot of fucking resources being wasted right now.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
can be used elsewhere.
I did say this to someone the other day, and I didn't mean it in a derogatory fashion. I kind of meant it in where we are now in 2026 versus where we were in 1996. My thought process is we're going to find Nancy Guthrie before we find the killers of JonBenet Ramsey. And even then, we're 30 years into that, and no one has found the killers of JonBenet Ramsey. Although I do believe that the killer of JonBenet Ramsey died, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Mrs. Ramsey. Patsy.
Yeah, that's my standing there. But yeah, it's sad. It's just I hope the story comes to a closure one way or another. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm over it.
And let's,
just
whatever
me,
happens, let's give that family the closure they deserve if, as we all surmise, that the worst has happened. But in the unlikely event they find her alive, I want whoever did this under the jail, wrapped up in the Epstein files while the rest of the assholes are put on top of them.
Yeah. And then, yes, the shooting in Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Oh,
yeah.
Happened at the Lynch Arena. Right down the road.
yeah.
Herm's son lives not too far from there, goes there all the time.
Which school does he go to?
Bishop Hendricken.
Oh, it's a private high school.
Yeah,
Yes,
private.
Go Eagles.
Very.
It's the Eagles, right?
I believe so.
Go Eagles.
Yes.
The suspected shooter was trans with alleged mental health issues. Now, they interviewed a woman who claimed to be the daughter immediately after, not immediately after, but just after police talked to her, claiming to be the daughter, saying, he was my dad. He shot my family. He's very, very sick. Guess he had undiagnosed, like, narcissistic tendencies and delusional rants and shit. Made some very angry posts on social media about this. See, this is what happens when trans people, we just snap. Well, maybe that's what happened. And I know it was over a divorce. He shot his ex-wife, his grown adult son, who was 23 years old. A couple other people got hurt and in critical condition. Their conditions right now, I don't know. I haven't caught up with the case at all. I was hoping to read about more today at lunch, but I got sidetracked actually doing some personal stuff. Yeah. Not doing much for their stance of inclusiveness and wanting to be accepted.
I don't necessarily put that with the shooting. This person had more problems than just being.
I'm just saying
trans,
that's a byproduct.
No, I get you.
You see what I'm saying? Sad, fucking sad. Kill his own son.
That's the fucked up part.
His own son. I can get being angry at the wife, just fresh divorce or just in the process, whatever. Being angry at the wife, but your own flesh, your own son, adult son, 23 years old, had the whole life ahead of him, gone. And all those kids that were there. I mean, you saw the video I sent.
I didn't watch it. I'm still trying to bring myself to watch it.
It's not violent. You don't see anything. You just see people moving.
Yeah.
Quickly. The place was crowded. And you think of the age of those kids that were on the ice. It sucks. Fucking scary.
Yeah, it is. Well, my heart
gun laws in effect. Gun laws in full effect there.
But that gun law thing only goes so far because, as we all know, if you outlaw guns, only outlaws have guns. And it's not going to stop the problem. We've all seen the war on drugs, okay? We saw what Prohibition did to alcohol. Gun laws don't stop crazy people.
And it's unfortunate because anybody on paper can look sane and with it.
Mm-hmm.
But then a lot of things happen later. Herm, I saw you.
You beat me to it, you fat fuck. I was getting ready to do this when you put the grin on.
That one right there.
People, and that's the unfortunate part. This guy could have been well put together 20 years ago. We don't know. This all could have been a very recent thing in his life that happened that he snapped. And that's the unfortunate part. You're meant, and that's why people need to start taking mental health a little bit more fucking seriously than we do in America, and remove the stigma of saying I have mental problems.
The stigma.
Mm-hmm.
It is, well, especially for guys. You never would have heard a guy in the 60s saying I feel depressed or lonely or ashamed. You just didn't hear it.
No.
Now, and it's that stigma still kind of hangs over men because our generation was raised by that generation.
I'd be interested to see what the statistics show, like, because it seems that there's a lot more suicides now that people do talk about their feelings. So I don't know. I'd have to see what the correlation was. Maybe it's better.
That'd be interesting.
Bottled up. It just may, and of course we hear about more of the shit now because just the way that it's a smaller
The
world.
news cycle works. It's instant.
Right.
We know about shit that like minutes after it happens.
Right.
I mean, it's like you go back to like World War II vets and stuff, and I mean they get shell shocked or whatever. But like I don't know, it'd be interesting.
Well, it's like I'll use what I shared personally over the weekend about my sister-in-law. That's more than just
no idea. I mean, I'm sure these guys did, but I didn't.
That is more than just alcohol.
Now, how I wasn't clear. I mean, based on, was it somebody that you were close to? I mean, I don't know how. So is this a tragic thing or is this just a fucking here we go again thing?
Oh, this is my sister-in-law.
Well, I mean, both?
She got arrested in August,
Right.
with DUI. She was a cunt to the cops, and there's a YouTube video out on her,
Right.
45 minutes long or whatever the fuck it was.
Mhm.
And this most recent thing happened on the 8th, which, because of alcohol, turns her into a demon. Seriously, literally a demon. And to hear my 80-year-old father-in-law weep on the phone hurt a lot. I'm getting a little choked up just thinking about it.
Okay.
Well, we let
Everything
it go
that
there.
man has done for her in the last 30 years that I've known them.
I just didn't know what the
She
family.
treats him like a piggy bank.
Okay.
And it was a hard talk to have with him saying, "This is it. It's time to let go." So the deal she got was do rehab, go
Okay.
through the program, stay in 30 days, get out of rehab, stay clean, and you'll be good to go.
That sounds like
You can walk out of rehab, you're free to leave because they can't keep you there. The
right.
minute you walk out, you're already breaking the conditions of the agreement, and B, we catch you drinking again, right back to fucking jail.
Under the
And we're going to
fucking
whack
jail.
you with both. We're going to whack you with both times of incidents. So it's not going to be a month or a week, a couple months. It could be up to a year.
Jesus.
Now, if I saw that, if that were me in that video that I shared with you guys, and I didn't see a problem with it, and that's not rock bottom, I don't want to know what rock bottom is for that person.
Agreed.
So that's it.
You
Guys,
guys,
well, you down in the lower left corner have a show to do in.
I
almost 20
do
minutes.
in about 23
So,
minutes.
Let me
Speed
ask you
review.
this: if Corey doesn't get it squared away, how will you guys broadcast?
We do it again next week. We do a quick hit double show on Daytona and Atlanta.
So, what did Corey have technical issues, or what was his deal?
Corey
Yeah,
is the
he got a
technical
little
issue.
impatient.
Okay.
Herm, am I wrong?
He's a little short on patience, and he didn't wait for me to respond the first time in the afternoon that he was going to log on and create the show, and he get a code because it recognizes that it's not my home computer. So it sent the code, and I didn't use it. So later that night, he did the thing again, and I got 2 instantly. Like, he clicked it twice. So codes are good for 15 minutes. Then he tried the second code. It wouldn't let him in. Then he tried the third code. It still wouldn't let him in. And today he tried another code. He waited, and I got the mail and sent him the 6 digits, and it won't let him in. It's recognized too many times that he's asked for a code and not used them and thinks he's trying to get in.
Trying to break in.
So it's
Trying to
basically
hijack the account.
Shut him down on his computer. Done.
And he's the guy that's supposed to be taking over for you, right? He's a new producer?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Shit.
Good times.
So
good
he's got to
times.
figure out another way to create a show. He's opened an old StreamYard free account or something.
Okay.
He's got to find another multi-platform, multi-camera check-in, like Zoom meeting type.
And if he can't get it going, will you guys lose your sponsors, or?
Well,
We'll have sponsors.
he'll just do it, and he'll just do it through StreamYard or whatever his free thing is. He'll figure it out. It just it lets him have it'll let him have the logo, you know what I mean? So he can keep doing the show.
Yeah, computers are touchy that way nowadays.
So
Especially when
much
it
fun.
It doesn't recognize your IP address.
As I explained it to Chris, I handed him a turnkey operation. He stuck the key in and snapped it off in the lock.
I thought that was a perfect analogy too.
So since it's been since it's detected that he's not where it thinks he's supposed to be, could you log in now or no? You're all locked out.
I'm doing the show right here, right now.
Well, on this one, I didn't know if you still
It's
had
the
access
same
to it.
account. He had my credentials. He literally logged into my account. It recognized he wasn't me and asked for a code. So it would send me the code on my phone. I would send it to him and he would log in. He pulled the trigger one too many times in a row without.
Now his Corey's physical IP address is locked out from accessing this platform.
Right.
Because it sees it as a potential hijack threat.
It sees it as a known threat with the behavior it showed.
This guy sounds like a blast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's fun. I'm not going to lie, but there are times when patience is not a virtue. So
no,
it's
understandable.
I got to bail. You guys
so
can do
we're
the rest of the
close
show,
it out.
or we can
Some
close
of us
out.
got to go and do other shows, and some of us got to do other things.
Yes.
And Lynch has to put a toothbrush to his brown eye.
I guess I'll see you next week. Same Matt time, same Matt channel.
Look at you go.
Fucking hat.
Yo, turn that thing over and use it like
I can't look at him. I can't look at him.
No, like just hold it out. I'm sure you could hold like bread bowl.
How much soup can you put in that thing?
3.5 gallons. Look at it.
I mean, that's like a family of four can eat out of
So
that.
that's nice. It makes it look like that. It's like the hair is so full of the half hair.
It's like a dipper pop.
If I squint my eyes, it looks like he has an afro. Wait, can you take my glasses? Yeah, he's got an afro.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That covers the point better.
I got nothing. I can't even look at that hat right now.
Right, right.
I mean,
turn it around. Turn it around. Flip it around. It'll look like a beret. Do it.
We'll just get you a fucking Kangol.
I'm not black.
No shit.
yeah.
Oh, see, now you look like you did before you pushed it down. You look like a starving artist, and now you just, I don't know. Good
That's a
night,
nice hairnet, Thelma.
Good
Samuel
night,
Jackson.
Next Jackson Pollock.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I
Pop.